You know that old saying, there's no replacement for displacement? Contrary to popular belief, it wasn't coined by some nitro junkie who piloted a blown Hemi down a quarter-mile drag strip. It was instead the mantra for one of the world's premier luxury and performance car builders, and in a lot of ways, it continues to characterize the spirit of the now 94-year-old Bentley Motor Company. Not only were Bentley's initial offerings envisioned as luxury coaches, they were also purposed as rugged performance cars that could win just about any race they entered. And this 1928 Semi-Le Mans Sport Tour, chassis number MF3153, is a literal embodiment of everything the brand stands for. This 4.5-liter Tour began its life in Buenos Aires only to return to the UK in long-term service under Bentley enthusiast Gerald Bevan. Bevan, himself a competition driver, had close ties to factory team driver and Bentley boy Sir Henry Birkin, a man whose company would eventually develop the famed Blower Bentleys. And as you probably guessed, MF3153 underwent a series of Le Mans spec upgrades that included a heavy-duty crank, a magnesium blower crankcase, a large-capacity Le Mans petrol tank, a large-diameter rev counter, and many other authentic features that are still present to this day. As a wonderfully preserved piece of history, the car would remain stabled with Bevan for a number of years. Through the sands of generations, it eventually found its way to Bentley experts Richard Cresswell, Graham Moss, and Tim Houlding for a complete restoration. The storied Bentley 4.5-liter under this car's dark green bonnet was designed to fill a void left by Bentley's 3-liter and 6.5-liter variants. On one end of the spectrum, the brand's older 3-liter, increasingly weighted by an ever-changing roster of Le Mans add-ons. On the other end of the spectrum, the 6.5-liter was exceedingly unsafe in the hands of a novice driver, as its power, combined with notoriously poor road conditions, caused quick tire failure. The solution was this chassis, a vehicle that had enough power to carry its occupants down the road at a good pace, and harbored the ability to be a pretty mean track car. The 4.5-liter engine was modern for its time, with a displacement of 4,398 cc, a 100mm bore and a 140mm stroke. Two SU slopper carburetors combined with dual ignition and a Bosch magneto to produce roughly 130 horsepower in racing form. Max engine speed was limited to 4,000 RPM as a single overhead camshaft actuated four 30-degree valves per cylinder. The interior of this antique racer is not as sparse and uncomfortable as one might think. Leather door panels, which sport an embossed B on their lower planes, join pleated leather seats and high-quality carpet to serve as all of the car's soft points. The dash and steering wheel are restored pieces that feature an assortment of period-correct knobs, gauges, ignition, and throttle controls. There's a couple of small mirrors and a primitive windshield wiper which add a bit of livability. And overall, the car emphasizes the kind of driver-to-road connection that most showroom-fresh metal lost a long time ago. It's incredibly rare to find a vintage racer that's as complete as this pedigreed Bentley. The car's a fast, stylish, and fully functional reminder of the incredible engineering capabilities of one of the world's most storied automotive franchises. Look for this 4.5-liter Semi-Le Mans Sport Tour on display in our 80,000 square foot RK Motors Charlotte showroom. For more information, call, click, or visit rkmotorscharlotte.com.